YouTube, we are back with another video on a Sunday, as promised. Today, we are talking about Gravity Falls.
God. So, for those of you that don't know, Gravity Falls is the show that aired on Disney XD, which I don't know which of y'all remember that. That was a hot minute ago.
God,
yeah.
Disney XD. What was that show? Mike Batowski loved that show.
Dude, not what the video's about.
Okay, sorry.
Tangent.
Sorry.
Anyways, down on Disney XD a while back, and now it's on Disney Plus. So we watched it back when it aired, and we thought we rewatched, and we were like, "This is pretty good. We should talk about this." So here we are.
Okay, so rewatching it has been interesting because I actually watched it by myself a few months ago, and I don't know why, but this time watching it, I saw some things that I didn't see, like how freaking wild this show is. I did not realize until like now, because to be honest, I kind of like was in and out of naps the last time I was watching the show.
I mean, yeah, that's not surprising.
Shut up. But yeah, this show is crazy, and like looking at the rating that is TVY 7-year-olds. There's like, no, that's so wild to me. I feel like it should be a lot older than that, considering the like graphicness of some of the episodes.
Some of it gets very like urban horror, Slenderman-esque. Like, are we sure this is for kids?
Like
I'm not complaining. I definitely enjoy it, but it's definitely
but like as an adult though,
yeah,
like, as an adult you can handle it. Like not even young, like an adult, but like young adult, teenager. Like it's very much like Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Almost. Like,
so if any of y'all have seen like,
until you're older.
If any of y'all have seen like Adventure Time or Regular Show or anything like that,
later.
Sometimes you get those really like sort of like pseudo horror moments where it's got like a creepy monster or a weird storyline, and that's pretty much every episode of Gravity Falls, is that it's just like these weird like, because for the concept of the show, for y'all that don't know, it's like basically these two kids go to live with their great uncle for the summer, and in the town of Gravity Falls, and they basically just find that like there's some wild stuff happening. So they're trying to solve this mystery, and obviously these wild things are not like the norm, so it gets very wild.
To say the least.
Yeah.
To say the least.
I mean, obviously it's
wild.
Disney, so there's not like blood everywhere, stuff like that. But it has that like that undertone.
Okay, but it has the potential to. So like there are some moments where like if it had been like an adult show, you would like you can think and see what they would have done
totally.
to make it that one more step over. Like it's right there.
It is right there. You could totally you could very easily make this like an adult, like for any of y'all who've seen like Fringe, it'd be very easy to turn Gravity Falls into Fringe. That is not true. Some people have seen Fringe.
Anyway, comment below if you even know what the show Fringe is or what network it's on. Take a wild guess. It's sci-fi. Anyway.
It's not sci-fi.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
I would have thought it was sci-fi. Anyway. But like, I think I wrote it down. Episode 5 of season 1, the Summerween episode.
That's a wild one.
Like, that monster in it is wild. And in the end, I guess, spoiler disclaimer, we're going to be talking about a lot of...
Totally should have thrown that at the beginning of the video. I will throw something up at the beginning of the video to let y'all know.
Spoilers coming at you.
And that's going to be for all our videos from now on. Just
caution ahead, spoilers.
Like, if you haven't seen Gravity Falls and you like, man, I should watch that, click off the video, go watch it, come back and watch the rest of the video.
It's only 2 seasons. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. We watched it like just yesterday. Like the entire thing, because we were procrastinating.
Yeah, just a little.
We need to work on that for the future, because we were watching until like 4 a.m.
But like the monster in it, like I forget, like it was like made of loser candy, and like he threatened to kill and eat the children.
I mean, he did eat someone at the very beginning.
Exactly. That's the whole episode. Who knows?
Yeah.
But in the end, Seuss ate him alive and ate his way through the monster. And at the very end, he like literally says, "I just ate someone alive."
Yeah.
but we're not gonna mention it.
But we're not, yeah.
we're not gonna talk about
there's
it.
definitely, I mean, and the crazy part to me is that, like, I feel like Disney's done stuff like that before, and it's been in a very cute, like, kid, like, Disney way. But, I don't know, who let them, but, like, when they got to Gravity Falls, they were just like, no, we're gonna
So, like, you can
get intense with
still,
it.
you can still tell, so, like, they, like, divert a little bit, and then
They
they
do.
like, reel themselves back. So, like, the zombie episode, where, like, zombies are coming and killing and eating people and want to eat your brains, but, like, the way to defeat the zombies was a 3-part harmony in karaoke with Stan, Dipper, and Mabel, and it was the cutest family moment ever. So, like, I don't know,
That's
I
fair.
feel like they, like, reel it back in.
They always try to
And, like,
break up.
sprinkle in really cute.
Yeah, they always try to
things.
break up the pseudo horror moments with like cute family moments or jokes or some other sort of weird quirk that'll like keep it from being oppressively disturbing.
I know you really like Mabel.
I do like Mabel. Mabel's fun.
Mabel's adorable. Oh, I love
Mabel's-
Mabel. She's so cute. She's so cute. And, like, to me, out of the entire show and all the, like, characters in it, she's the most likable. Like, she doesn't pull any, like, nonsense to me. Like, she doesn't do things that, like, I don't know how to explain, but she's the most likable.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Like, I like her the most. She doesn't make me, like, any type of upset. She doesn't do things to, like, trigger me. Okay, so
Wendy,
Dipper...
Wendy and Seuss never do anything that triggers me.
Okay, so Wendy and Seuss are just...
Side characters.
Yeah, and, like, Seuss is special. He's a whole nother...
Seuss is nice.
Seuss
Seuss is the best guy there is.
Yeah. But I mean, okay, so I mean, like, sense-wise, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but, like, her intelligence and her emotions, the way that she handles
Grappling hook.
situations. Grappling hook. The freaking grappling hook. But, like, Dipper, I don't know why, but, like, surprisingly, again, like, I've watched this show almost my entire life, and again, rewatched it a few months ago, but this time we watched it, I did not like Dipper.
I think that Dipper has some issues with like tempering his ambition.
Like, he is
Like he's
so,
very much focused on finding out what the journal's about and discovering the secrets that at times he's willing to sacrifice important moments or like, you know, to try to get his way out of stuff
like
to be able to
when-
learn about the journal.
Like
and
when
stuff
like the
that.
special agents came through. I feel like we were all taught that if a cops show up to your house and they're asking questions, shut up, shut up, mind your
I'm not
business.
sure all of us are taught
Okay,
that, but
fine.
yes, I
Fine.
understand.
That sounds bad.
I understand.
Sounds
I
bad.
understand what you mean.
But like,
In this situation, he definitely should have known
but
that,
like, he walks in and he knows his uncle's. I feel like considering his family and Uncle's stand and considering like how sketchy their business is, kind of a
yeah,
thing. That he shouldn't be like, oh my god, yes, cops, like federal business, come help me. Oh my god, do you want to do special effects and like, strange happenings? Me too. Come here and let me help you. I'm like,
Yeah.
can you sit down? You're 12.
I do
You're
feel like
12.
the one thing I will give is Dipper usually learns his lesson in the end.
Okay, so like
By the end of the episode or the end of the mini arc that they have, he usually learns what he did wrong, and tries to fix it by the end.
I don't think he truly learned what he did wrong until the end of the end of the show. Because even after, so like again with the special agents, so Stan took the card. Don't call them. Leave them alone. Like
Yeah.
don't mess with them. He goes in, takes the card, makes the phone call anyway. They come back. That's the episode when the zombie thing shows up and they have to deal with that because he was being stupid and he didn't want to like calm down.
He
as
summons
a kid.
zombies.
Literally
but
summons
it's fine.
zombies.
It's fine.
One of them infects Seuss, so that's that whole thing.
Okay,
And
but you
then-
have to admit that like it didn't really matter to Seuss.
Fine, that's not the point though. And
Seuss
then
was
later
exactly the same that he was.
was like shocked when those same special agents came and arrested his uncle and was like, upset about it. You called them. You called them. Like you called them. And then the entire show jumping to all sorts of conclusions and not trusting his uncle. Like there's one episode where he thought that his uncle said that he wanted him gone. If you had stayed 2 more seconds, you would have figured it out.
Okay, but
Even-
like this isn't the first show that I've seen stuff like that. That happens a lot where like people will see parts of conversations and assume the rest of the conversation out of it. I feel like it's a very common storytelling trope to try and help push forward different interactions. So I'm not as upset about that.
To me, in like thinking about like a real world thing this were to happen, and that was my uncle's business. And like, so again, like what happened is that he was in his uncle's mind, a whole bunch of nonsense was happening, watched the show, and he thought that his uncle had said that he wanted to get rid of him, and they were in the middle of trying to save the family business. And so because he thought his uncle had said this, he was like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I don't care about this business. Like, y'all, like, take it, have it. I'm done, I'm not helping. And like, to me, that's like so selfish, because regardless of what you think your uncle said about you, he is still your great uncle, it's still your family. He doesn't deserve to lose his livelihood and his home because you misunderstood a situation.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, true. I think he did help stop him in the end.
Okay,
though.
but like that was after he went off by himself and like heard the rest of the conversation.
I know. It's
a kid's show. I'm probably reading too much into it, but
we're probably all reading too much into it.
But like that's the kind of thing that makes me upset. Is I don't feel like he does that kind of thing all the time in the show, where like he doesn't care about other people and other people's feelings. Oh my god, back to the candy episode.
Oh my god.
Dude, okay, no. He almost got his sister killed. Like like all because he wanted to go hang out with the party with teenagers and didn't want to hang out with his sister. And even
don't go
in the
parties,
end,
kids. Parties are
even
bad.
in the middle of the episode, the monster came back. And oh no, not the monster came back, but like some teenagers drove by and he hid the candy and lost all of it. He lost all the candy.
For reference, so you understand what she's talking about.
Yes, please.
A monster shows up, and basically this town has like this. So they have Summerween, which is like halfway Halloween.
Which
Halloween in the summer.
So they have like
convenient. So they have
things to do. Yes,
I feel like it's not. It makes sense of the weirdest stuff in town.
Fine.
So like it's a jack-o'-lanterns. They have like watermelon lanterns and stuff like that. Anyways, and they have like a monster who like comes out and will like eat kids, which creepy topic to be bringing up Disney.
Honestly.
But anyways,
2 7-year-olds.
and like they offend the monster, so to like save their lives, they have to like collect 500 pieces of candy, and they like get almost all of it. And the group, it's Mabel, Seuss, and then Mabel's 2 friends, which I'm forgetting. One of them is the BMO voice actor, if y'all know who that is.
Gosh.
Anyways, they go off to get to like the last piece to like save themselves, and then like Dipper, who is like just becoming a teenager kind of a thing, where trick-or-treating is no longer cool. He like teenagers are driving by, and so he doesn't get caught trick-or-treating, he hides the candy. And then after the interaction is over, they find that the candy has like fallen into a river behind the bush she hid it in. So like that's what she's talking about.
They lost all the candy, and it's not even that like trick or treating isn't cool, because he was gonna go, but because his crush Wendy asked him to go, like, oh my gosh, you're still trick or treating. I mean, I guess again, peer pressure, touche. I can see where that was going with that.
I can see
it just makes
where
me
Disney was going with that.
Upset that like he took it that far. That like if they hadn't have figured out the whole show wasn't the way it was, that they could have easily have been eaten.
True.
That if Seuss didn't show up, like if they didn't have like more help.
My guy's Seuss.
Honestly.
Dude.
But that was incredibly like selfish to me, to like lie to your sister like that, hide the candy, lose all the candy. And I don't know. I don't like that. So like it's things like that that I don't like about Dipper, that he does, I feel like, multiple times throughout the show.
Yeah, he does.
And then later when you meet Stanford, Stan's brother,
yeah.
So like he is very much like Stanford, like the 2 twins, like they're almost parallel with each
Mabel,
other. 2 sets.
Yeah, so there's Stanford and Stan Lee, who are like twins, and then Mabel and Dipper, who are also twins, and they're almost mirrors.
Like parallel.
Yeah, so Stanford is smart, he's intuitive. Ambitious, but he also lets that get in the way of like his interactions with other people, and he's willing to sacrifice certain things to get what he wants, which is sort of what Dipper is. I would say Dipper's tempered a little bit. He's not quite as openly ambitious
And I
and
feel
quite
like
as sacrificing.
That's because of his sister.
Yeah.
Like, because of the way that they grew up with each other and the environment they have, which is much different than the way that Stanford and Stanley were raised.
Yeah.
Their dad is a mess.
Their
He's
dad
very
is a
much
mess.
like one of those like macho, don't show feelings dad.
You never even see his face. He's wearing a hat and glasses the whole
You
time.
see his face?
Their dad?
Yeah.
No, he's wearing those big old sunglasses the whole time.
Okay, but like I mean,
He's
like
just
you
like-
still see like his head.
Well,
kind of
yeah,
like,
but
it's
like,
not one of those Cartoon Network things where like they cut it off at like the
that's
shoulder.
true. That's true. He is
But,
the whole time he's in this this pose.
But yeah, they put him in boxing to toughen him up, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
basically.
But yeah, I feel like by the end of like the whole reason, like I feel like again why I like Mabel so much is because she basically saves Dipper. Like the
Grappling
reason
hook.
why Dipper is like that is because of Mabel.
I suppose.
I feel like
I see what you mean.
I do. Before, I used to think we were talking about this last night when we finished the show, but I used to think that the show needed to be longer, and I still kind of do. But like I like the ending of the show, like the last 4 episodes, even though like everything hits the fan. Oh, it hits the fan so hard.
It does.
He goes
We're
crazy.
we're talking like
0 to 100.
yeah, we're talking
real
like
quick.
urban legends, like gnomes,
All the
to
urban.
like gods in
Yeah.
in like a season.
It gets
It
crazy.
hits the fan. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the actual like the last episode and the ending and how it all wraps up, like Gideon's redemption, like I actually really do like all that. But like the last season still feels like a little rushed to me. Like I feel like there's
If they
3.
had maybe like one more season.
So like okay, so at first let me tell you what I wanted to happen at first before I watched this show. At first I wanted 2 more seasons, I think, because there's 3 books. I feel like there was the ability to make it again, like it's over a summer. There's 3 books.
Oh,
3
okay. She
mystery
means
books.
journals. Okay.
The 3 journals. And I feel like there was a potential to make it almost a Phineas and Ferb-esque show where like it's a never-ending summer. But like so there's 3 books and it could have been 1 book every season. And it could have been them exploring and going through the pages of the book for every season is how I thought I wanted to go.
I will say that one thing that this show sort of did that I kind of like. So when you watch like kids Cartoon Network shows, for example, like what she just used as an example, Phineas and Ferb, is that like it's like summer vacation or whatever the holiday is, and they're doing their thing. But for some reason, summer vacation in this universe is they're 30 years long and it never ends. Which I guess is like the childhood fantasy that summer would never end and I would never have to go back to school, so fair enough. But like one thing is that like because the show is only 2 seasons and the way they wrap it up, it almost feels like this is the length of their summer. Like their summer is actually like 2 months long, like a normal summer. This is what they were able to get done within their summer, and like now it's ending and it's time for them to leave and go back to school and all this kind of stuff. Which I kind of like that it feels like they addressed like that summer is only so long. Like eventually it does come to an end, which they say at one point, kind of wild, but.
I mean, yes, and I almost wish then that if they had done a couple more seasons, that would have been like the next summer that they came back.
Yeah.
And they had like kept doing that until so like they're 12 years old when they face off a god and they have to destroy him, almost lose their uncle, losing family members, like literally like Armageddon apocalypse is happening. It was like the ending is called Weirdmageddon, which is even worse in my opinion.
Okay, so
So they could have been a little older.
Basically take like the creepiest parts of Adventure Time and regular show and throw it into the apocalypse, and that's like what they had. Mildly disturbing.
Yeah, so I feel like if they had done a couple more seasons and they had grown every year, like gone back every summer, there would have been about 14, I think, whenever they faced off that god.
Bill Cipher.
Bill Cipher. What a clever
Bill
name,
Cipher.
though. I'm not mad at it. But yeah, I feel like it would have.
Just the symbol for the Illuminati, but sentient.
Goodness.
The sentient Illuminati. Oh, and he killed Time Baby.
Oh my god. Literally,
Poor
that,
Time
again,
Baby.
like outright, like full on killing people, evaporated the entire time, like army, whatever they are.
We are going to talk about the wildest of all moments when he builds a throne out of human bodies.
And calls it the like throne of like human suffering,
Yeah.
or something like that. I'm like,
Disney, I've seen that in other stuff, okay? In horror movies, Disney. So,
crazy. And like the kids, like when they get up to it, they're like, it looks so much worse in person.
It does.
Like
it does.
They like it's an actual thing. It's not like the one time offhanded comment that's like a little
No,
scary.
it shows up a lot.
Yeah.
Like, they're constantly adding to
it's
it.
It's in your
like,
face.
Yeah.
Like they unfreeze and freeze people all the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not good.
Crazy.
It's bad. Bad stuff.
Oh my god, let's talk about Dipper and Wendy. That was a weird.
That is, I mean,
he's 12.
Okay,
I don't know how old she is. Okay, well at the end of the episode, at the end, like close to the end of the season, it said that she was in high school registration, but they are already in high school though, right?
Who, Wendy?
Yeah.
So I would say that Dipper's 12, and I would
For
say
sure.
Wendy's probably. She's probably going into her junior year of high school.
I would say 15, 16, because
So
they mentioned her
she
being
hasn't
taught
gone
to drive.
Yeah, she hasn't gotten her permit yet. So probably 15, 16. I will say the age disparity is weird because Dipper is so in love with her.
12.
But I will say that it's not vice versa. Wendy is not in love with him, and I feel like that's something I've seen a lot. Like a young kid who's just getting into puberty, getting a crush and falling in love with like his babysitter or
yeah,
whatever
that's what I
it
was
is.
about to say. Like,
So
can
I feel like
see
it has
that.
those vibes, and I'm okay with it because it makes sense. He takes it a
was
little
creepy
far
at first,
sometimes.
Yes.
Not in like a weird way, I guess, just in an extra way.
Like you can't, like, she's too old for you, bro. Like
Basically.
like you're
Yeah.
not. It's not happening.
Yeah, like he wants to tell her that he loves her, which is cool.
You
and all,
don't need
but
to do
also
that.
You're
It's
12.
not happening.
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
not-
need to do that.
Sorry, that's not how that works. If y'all were in your 20s, that'd be different, but you're not.
Yeah.
Not to mention you don't live here, dude. You gotta leave at the end of the summer. How's that gonna work?
Goodness, but I mean, overall, I know that we do like the show. I know that you like the like humor in it.
I do.
Like the club. They went to like the club at some point. And it wasn't like a disco like club, but it was like a literal like shaped building in the shape of a club. And I thought that that was like super clever. Like their drinks. I mean, obviously all TV shows can't use like Coca-Cola like brand drinks in their show, so they usually make up their own. And like for some
But
reason,
usually it's just like cola drink.
yeah, but like I actually like really like the drink that they picked fits so well into the world. Like Pitts is like it's kind of like a peach,
It's like peach. It's like peach
Peach
Fanta.
soda?
It's peach
Yeah.
Fanta.
and like it fits so well into it. Like everywhere you go, they like sell Pitts, like Pitts drinks.
I also love the fact that kids won't get it, but Grunkle Stan, who's great uncle Grunkle, he a lot of times well, first of all, their living room only has one chair, much like our living room,
Honestly,
where no one's allowed to sit but him. But anyways, you find him a lot just downing Pitt sodas, right? But he's got this huge beer gut. But obviously it's a kid's show, so they can't just have him getting drunk all the time. But that's totally what they're pseudo-mirroring with his beer gut and downing Pitt sodas all the time.
okay, but I almost feel like
And I like that. I think
okay,
it's funny.
but like we saw like a video. I don't even know if I want to say it on camera. I don't know, but like Diet Coke. Like a lot of like there are older people that I feel like that like drink soda.
Oh, yeah.
That drink soda
Yeah,
like
you're talking
that
about
much.
you
Trevor
got
Wallace.
the Trevor Wallace video.
Yeah. But like there are people who just drink that much soda all the time, and like maybe he really does just drink Pitts like that. I don't know.
That video is funny. I
I
like
don't
that
know.
video.
Goodness.
If y'all like comedy, you might want to check out Trevor Wallace.
check out his channel.
Yeah,
he's a mess.
he's hilarious. But yeah, I do understand what you mean by that. Yeah.
Oh my god, Dipper's birthmark. The whole reason why his name is Dipper is because he has the Big Dipper, like in like dots across his forehead.
He's
And
Harry Potter.
I don't like that. It's stupid. What's stupid is that like I mean obviously it's a cartoon, so but like it's the Big Dipper, but like legitimately like the stars, and then they're connected in the Big Dipper. Like it would have been like more realistic, I guess, as the cartoon. Again, if it had just been like the shape and you can kind of tell. But every once in a while, his hair will move and you just see like a big,
It's just like one time.
random. No, you see it a few times.
I never noticed it.
Oh, I've noticed it. But like every
He wears
once
that
in a
hat
while,
like 88% of the time.
because he has a weird freaking thing happening. It's weird. Why?
Okay.
I'm way too passionate about that. I'm so sorry.
She gets really intense about this stuff.
So sorry.
Doesn't matter, because the two greatest parts of the show are the grappling hook, one, the most useful gift shop item to ever come out of a gift shop. If y'all are wondering the context of this. At the beginning of the first episode, something or other happens, and Stan lets each of them, Dipper and Mabel, take something out of his Mystery Shack gift shop. Dipper picks a hat, because he's a loser. Yeah. Whereas Mabel out here, thinking ahead, knowing what's about to happen, pulls out a grappling hook. And I'm not talking like a little kid plastic grappling hook that like goes like 2 feet. I'm talking like a for real grappling hook with like spiky hook and like 20 feet of rope.
That actually saves their lives.
She carries this thing around in her back pocket the whole show, and it saves their lives many a times. The grappling hook is the MVP of this show.
Oh my goodness. You need to watch
if y'all
it
were
with him,
wondering.
because he's like whenever she pulls it out, he's like, grappling hook. He's like, yes, the grappling hook.
Dude, it's awesome. The grappling hook's great. And then best part of the show number 2, my guy Waddles.
Waddles.
Waddles is
So
the
cute.
best.
He's so cute. I have a friend who really wants me to get her a pet pig.
Yeah, Waddles is Mabel's
If I could,
pet
I
pig.
would. If I could, I would.
I forget how
They're
she
so
she
cute.
wins Waddles at the fair or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget how. But yeah, Waddles is great.
I think he was like about to be like eaten or something like that. Was he? No. Was
I
that a bit
don't
much?
think so.
I don't remember
think
that
that would have been a
episode.
bit much. Although
Okay,
apparently they don't care in Gravity Falls, so it's entirely
but like,
possible.
I feel like that was like the premise of her getting him, is that like she like saved him, kind of a thing.
I
don't
thought
know.
she like won him in a game or something
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
I don't know what I'm talking about. No one listen to me. I don't know.
We
I don't know.
don't. The point is, Waddles is the best. Waddles is the greatest cartoon animal to ever cartoon.
To ever cartoon. Guys. Nice.
And that is only because I don't consider Jake the dog a dog.
What does that even mean?
Dude, he's basically a person. He walks, he talks, he eats normal food.
Okay, but
He's not a
Adventure Time
dog.
has its
He's-
okay, but Adventure Time has its own.
But he's
like,
not an animal.
Okay, but there isn't a single person in the whole thing. Finn's a wholly human, and then that's a whole nother discussion about what the term person means. So we're not gonna get into that.
Fine.
That's a whole
This is not
nother.
the Adventure Time episode. We won't get into it. I will talk about my
That is like
feelings on Jake the dog
psychology,
another
the
time.
meaning of sentient beings,
Yeah, we
what a
don't need to
person
get into
is.
that.
That's a
Yeah.
whole lot to get into. That's so much. I can't even like. Oh,
Oh my God.
God.
Okay,
We don't have
one
the
thing I
time.
want to bring up: the inconsistency of the myths and magic of Gravity Falls.
Okay.
So typically when a show like brings up this kind of stuff, like usually it's within the same realm of myth. Like it's all urban legend, or it's all ancient magic, or it's all sci-fi, whatever. Dude, not Gravity Falls. They don't care. Every episode's something different. They jump all over the board. You never know what you're getting. Sometimes it makes it interesting to watch because you do never know what you're getting. But sometimes it's a little annoying that I don't know, like... So I don't know if you all know what a magic system
Oh my
is,
goodness.
but it's basically just like the consistency of the magic within the world.
Babe, we're
no
gonna need a
magic
part
system.
2 if you keep talking.
Okay, there's only one more thing we really need to talk about.
And what's that?
That's Weird Mageddon.
I mean,
And the horrorscape that is weird. I have seen a lot of apocalypses in TV shows. That's the worst. That's the apocalypse I would never want to be in. That's horrifying.
the weird bubbles and like
Yeah, the insanity
head
bubbles.
hand trying
Dude,
to
head
eat people.
hand. Dude.
The like walking like
Oh my
mouth
gosh.
jaw.
Oh my gosh.
Veronica. Not gonna lie, Veronica's low key pretty.
I hate you.
Sorry, I'm just saying. Like if she was like on a poster, she's pretty. I can
Yeah.
see her on a poster. Is all I'm saying. All I'm
Oh my
saying.
god. And the fact that they basically built up Wendy the entire series to be
Dude, Wendy's awesome.
the perfect Weird Mageddon soldier.
Gets sent to Apocalypse Camp every year instead of Christmas.
Yeah, her family did apocalypse training instead of Christmas every year.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And every summer they went to lumberjack camp.
That's true. She was well equipped. Like she's like her character is like what the whole thing was like waiting for. Like if
Yeah.
it wasn't for Wendy, I don't know how they would have done
And
the
then
last.
of course there's the Desposado Zeus.
Desperado.
Desperado. Yeah. Has folk songs written about him. traveling, helping people during the apocalypse.
Nice.
Because it's Seuss. He can do whatever he wants.
Oh, poor Seuss.
Seuss is the best.
Seuss is the best.
Yeah, and his ending's nice. He gets the
Oh yeah, he gets the mystery shack.
in the
Okay,
end.
but that almost makes sense. Like if it had been anyone else, I would have been upset.
Yeah, but I kind of figured that's what they would do.
That's true.
Alright.
We are at the end.
We are at
That
the
sounds
end
weird.
for our Gravity show.
Thank you for watching.
Gravity Falls show.
This was our Gravity Falls. Honestly, we could talk some more about it. If you want a part 2, let us know because we will.
We might be able to make a
we
part
can do
2.
that
It's
for
entirely
you.
possible. And there is definitely going to be some videos where we're already going to be like, guys, don't worry,
Part 2
we're
is
coming back with
Like,
part
we
2.
have more to
Like
say.
we have plenty to say, and it's really, I think the big thing is going to depend on how long Gravity Falls.
There's only 2
Why do I
seasons.
keep saying that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
But-
yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, thumbs up,
It's been
interact,
fun to
let me
actually
know,
have a
talk to
good-
me. I've been responding, or I'm trying to, and going to respond to all the comments. So comment.
Yeah, just so you all
I
know,
would
if
love
you get a
it.
response,
I'm
it's
lonely.
probably her. She's
Any
really,
friends?
she's much better at it than I am. I'm weird.
We
a weird
are.
guy.
We're a little weird. But yeah, see y'all next Sunday. Thank you for watching. Hope
Yeah.
y'all enjoyed.